we start the second video with activity 2. In activity 2, you are mostly the accountant that in the previous activity you are asked to consider and review everything as an accountant, especially that if you have your background in accounting, either with experience or school major. According to the notations of slide 3, it means those 5 notations that we had. Case 1, the problem. Write the formula to calculate Sanatronics profit for the first year. Make sure you are putting a good time on this activity. So, because the number of problems that we do with a simulation are not a lot, because each case takes time to understand and there are many steps. So please be patient with each activity, because I can tell you, when you check the answer, there is nothing problematic. It's very easy to understand. The point regarding simulation is that development part, because when you learn a simulation model, you can do all the similar models very easily. But the problem is with the new problems. So try to learn that how stuff. So when it says here, write the formula for for calculating the profit. For example, imagine we had a simpler case in which it tells us the selling price. For example, the selling price is P and all the cost. This is another one. It's a very simple problem. All the costs C. So if it asks you to write the formula that can calculate the profit, okay, you would say P minus C equal to, okay, profit, I'm going to show it with F, notate it with F. Now, here, why it was this much simple? Because we had only 2 parameters. One was selling price and the other one was all the costs regarding production or manufacturing of the things that we are working with. So as a help, I can show you here now that these are the parameters that you have. P as the price per unit, that's the selling price, administrative and advertising cost, CA, C for cost and A for administrative, direct labor cost, CL, part cost, CP, and demand, that is D. With these 5 parameters that you see here, it is asking you to write a formula that can calculate the profit of this company at the first year, because all these things relate to the first year. So it says the simulation would be related to the first year. Pause the video and try your best. Here we have the answer to the activity we just discussed, and it says the profit of all the factory, all the system, all the organization could be calculated with this formula. I hope you have come with the same formula so you can quickly pass to the next slide. Otherwise, just check it and make sure you get all the points that I'm going to describe now. When you see this formula, you see 2 parts. One is related to the items that are fixed. They are not dependent to the volume of production, and the other ones are variable. For example, when it says the price per unit, It means that if you sell one, is the money that you get is different from when you sell two. For example, when the price is 100, if you sell 10 item, then you will get 10 times 100 equal to 1000. If n equal to 20, it would be 20 times 100, so the results would be 2000. But for the fixed cost, that is administrative cost or marketing cost, it is assumed in this case that they are fixed. For example, how much would be the advertising if n equal to 10? For example, the advertising would be $5,000. What would be what is advertising cost if n equal to 20? Again, $5,000. What is advertising cost if n equal to 2000? Again, 5,000. So this is combination of these two things. So on one hand, we need to calculate the profit per unit that is calculated by price, market sale price, market value, that is P, minus the cost of labor for that specific product that you are saying it will be sold at the price of P, and also minus CP, the cost of parts that are used in that product. So the profit that you can get from each unit is the price of that unit minus labor cost of that unit minus product cost of that unit. It is for one item. So to get the total, you need to multiply it by the demand in that year. So it would be the total income you have. Not the income, because I'm not good at accounting expression, but it is the money that you get from selling a product while you are already deducting labor cost and part cost. And also there is another cost that is administrative cost. Let me show you better here with this arrow you see here. It is CA. So when you want to calculate the profit for this company, you need to see how much they get for each product minus labor cost and part cost, and all of those things minus the administrative cost. It may strike you that could I write this formula in this way, that profit profit equals to price times demand, so it would be your total income, minus the total labor cost, C L times D, minus total part cost, CP times D, minus administrative and marketing cost that is not dependent on the production volume. So you just put CA. You are asking, could I write it in this way? Of course you can write it in this way, and the results would be the same. Now let's go for activity 3. In activity 3, just want to make sure you have completely understood the problem. So it asks you, if the first year product price is 249, so it is not a random variable. It is fixed. It is constant. The first year product price is 249. And if the first year administrative and advertising costs is $1 million and the first year demand is 15,000. So you see, none of them so far are random. All of them are fixed. It makes it simple. So in that way, you can test yourself much better to see if you have understood the case very well. Calculate the maximum best case scenario and minimum worst case scenario profit Sanatronics would achieve. So you need to give yourself two numbers, maximum and minimum profit in this situation that we have. Of course, maximum profit is the one that happens with the best case scenario. It means that everything happens in the best situation. And minimum profit is the situation that everything happens at the worst situation. So remember, when it says price is 249 and advertising is 1 million and demand is 15,000, it means that it talks about three of the parameters, 1, 2, and 3. So what about the remaining two parameters? It means that they are variables with the values we discussed before. So about the labor cost, it is between 43 and 47, and for the parts cost it is between 80 and 100. Random variable, and now it's asking you for maximum and minimum profit. Pause the video and do your best. Here we have the answer to activity 3. In the situation of best case scenario that we get the maximum profit, it would be this. 249 is the price. It is fixed. 15,000 of demand is fixed, and $1 million of marketing and administrative and marketing is fixed. But so most of the problem revolve around labor cost and parts cost. In the best case scenario, when you are manufacturing something, everything are the cheapest. So then it can be any number between 43 and 47. So the best case scenario is 43, the cheapest. When it comes to parts cost, since it can get any number between 80 and 100, the best case scenario is 80 because it is the cheapest. So when you calculate this, the best case scenario profit would be $890,000, and the worst, calculated with everything, is the highest, is the most expensive, 47 and 100. It would be this one, the worst case scenario. What does it mean? Because in many of the analyses, when we want to decide about something, we go for best case and worst case. For example, for myself, it's many times the case that when I want to take a risk, I said, what is the worst case scenario? And I calculate the results, and after that, see if I can handle that amount of loss if everything goes the worst. Okay, I'm gonna continue this discussion in the next video.